Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my channel, guys. Our recipe today is our popular festive lamb roast. Lamb, an extraordinary recipe, and this recipe is a must try. Mbokk yi Barrifemmes yi ma ñëw isilati leen sa waxa wàllum fem ba ndax ñun dañ jël fem lekka ko boobaa ndax ñu màbba ñu ñun takku jinjar waaw kay yéena ma gën a xam si fem bee si cas bi ma jël nag ñaari tànki xar yun boole. This is a joint lamb leg, guys. As you can see, we didn't cut the lamb leg, so it's like 2 lamb legs, but because it's a festive season and we have to be a bit extra, so I'll be cooking my stuffing and stuffing it in here. I'll show you all the techniques and what a lovely stuffing. Guys, this is a must-try recipe and you need to try it and tell me how it turns out. New year, new femme. Wow, femming it all the way to 2022. That's our recipe. We got our nokoss here. I'll put all the ingredients on the screen. This is our mushroom, muy champignon. You am sun crevette, am sun mignon, am sun parsley. So we first stir fry the mushroom and onions. Muy sun champignon yi moom la ñuy xalaat ci tuuti diwlin rek bu mu bari cas-casal rek waaw ñu daal di jël loolu su ko defee nag nga muuf jël sa nokkos bi wol ko ba mbokka daal di ko ci def ndax bëggul mu toogu bu baax ndik lii la ñoo roof si biir tànka bi su ko defee nag daal di ko fuur waaye nag leen xool ndax lu ne technique la loo teg si taamu uyu la si double temps si Barrifemmes rek ak suñ ay feem suñ ay cas ñun daal mun leen cuu mun leen caa mun leen cararaw. Okay, so we put our parsley in. After putting the seasoning, just give it a good stir and make sure, you know, that we all know that mushroom will have render its own water, but that's fine because you can use that broth and it's always a very nice broth. Right, spice it up with the black pepper and ginger powder. So we're going to be adding the prawns at this stage, and guys, just give it a stir fry. You don't need to cook it because we don't want it cooked. Mbokk yi ñu daal di si def suñ poivre yéen a ma gën a xam ñu sànni si suñ crevettes yi su ko defee nag nii nga ko cas-casalee rek ba pare daal di ko fay ndax bëgguloo mu toogu. dañ ne ku gis nen ne nen a ngi nii ndax lu waay doyadi boo ko ne nen mu xam ne nag nen a ngi nii xool leen lii ma jël nag limon googu laa jël pour fatee ko foofu mun koo stuff. So we're going to start with the stuffing. I took that lemon and just stuffed it between the 2 lamb legs because there's a bit of a hole there to make sure it rolls with it, because lemon is a flavor enhancer and like I said, it's not gonna be too tangy. So once we stuff it, we make sure we put all the stuffing there. Don't put the juice. We're going to close it. Technique la na tegal ni. So we're going to use this technique by taking the toothpick and just, you see, you can just paste it together. You can use 2 to make sure it's more firm because that's what I ended up doing. Personally, I don't like doing anything else apart from using my toothpick to close it because I'll be wrapping it up when I'm roasting it, so it's not going to come off, and I'm sure about this. So try this technique. If you have another technique of closing it, you can try that, but I prefer this one personally. So we try and just close the top bit while you stuff the lemon, half a lemon on the other side, just to make sure that nothing comes off. Okay, fem lalin isil, we're femming it all the way into 2022 and this is no joke. Aicha, bismillah, si bir Barrifemmes kitchen, nun ko faral di defee saa su ne. So we're going to be stuffing the lamb inside. I'm going to use this nokoss seasoning I showed you earlier on. Make sure you do some piercing in the lamb and stuff it in. I'm stuffing it in with some thyme because it's a nice flavor. Muy teen laa jël nii rek laal si stuffing bi caste tuuti persil bu la neexee nga daal di jël nag di ko ñuul si roof bi ndax fii man ñemewu ma fee teg miche bi bu ñu rooful pour lan sama waa kër rek ëpp na. So guys, as you can see, we're going to be stuffing it around. Just make sure you can just stuff enough as you can because we'll be adding a dry rub on top, and I'll show you all the techniques to this beautiful roast. Magnifique. Ooh la la, c'est magnifique. For me, triple double. Everything is stuffed, guys. As you can see, I did show you earlier on the broth that is left from the stuffing. Just put that aside and I'll be showing you what to do with that later on. Mbokk yi gis ngeen fi mu ne nag roof neen suñu lamb te fi mu ne werante amatu si ndax lii nag leer na moom fi mu ne lampa yaa ngi tàkkaagum ñu jël nag daal di jël nag préparé suñu lamb gis ngeen So it looks so beautiful. We're going to be roasting it, but I'll show you lastly what we're going to add. What I have in my hands is paprika. We have our salt, Himalayan pink salt there, a bit of maggie. I've just mixed it a bit and mustard seeds, and I'm just going to be using it as my dry rub. I try to keep it so simple because I don't want it to be too overly seasoned. Once you eat it, I want you to know that you are enjoying this lamb, but at least you would get that lovely flavors infusing nicely in the lamb, and absolutement and beautiful bed, red onions, thyme, rosemary and parsley, just to give it a bed. Mbokk yi ngeen xam ne Barrifemmes xamee ma nag si lan mooy ne ku mën a ngénte di neex na ma ne la dëj ba daaxa ñu daal di jël nag suñu lamb bi nga xam ne riit nañ ko nii ba mu baax daal na di ko tigal nanka. Waaw ayca nag nanka rek ndax kilifa nag dafa soxla respect. Man nag lamb bi bugguma kenn di ko kaddee nañ ko jël rek teg ko si taa ndànka pa waaw mama toogal fii jaajëfati lii leen génnee yéen waaw kay def suñ feem gis ngeen. So that's what we have. ñu jël suñ rosemary, parsley ak suñ oignon rouge daal di ko fi def. Ana man sax man la aussi sama français ndax fi mu ne français bi ni ma ko def dama ko def gratuitement ndax tamit quand même sama gars yi ñeen yëpp laa fi nekkal di leen bégal. So we're going to wrap this in a wrapping paper, which is the baking paper. You can get it from the supermarket, up with some foil. This is to ensure it's well cooked, mbokk yi. So we're going to put it on 150 degrees and bake it slowly. Xanaa ma laaj leen nag ndax you want to bam arrêté leen nag laajte gi fi mu ne werante bi mag jeex na affaire si génn si nag. Never cook your lamb on a very high temperature. If you want broth, you have to cook it, slow cook it. I slow cook this and look at all this broth. I'm gonna mix it up with the remaining broth left from the stuffing. So just to make sure to drizzle it on top and make sure it's well garnished and nice and edible, because it's a festive season and you want people, if you're cooking for a crowd, you want people to see the food and eat with their eyes, because that is very important. So you can drizzle this on top nicely and then you can put it back in the oven and make sure it's well crispy. But we don't like any dry lamb here. That's why we're gonna put all this lovely juice to infuse back in the lamb, because it's rendered so much water, and that's gonna make it lessen the taste a bit. Muy sun walum Mechoui bi ngeen gis ne nag saf jafka bi daf dee wàññeeku su ndawal bi demee ba bax ndox bu bari bi saka ñaari tànka loolu du ay foo combat bu tege la. te xam ngeen ne jéegi fii soxlawul defet ma daal di jël nag rek liñ jotoon a tooga dugal ko si lamb bi jaxase ko nag ak ñeex bi mu génnee daal di ko si def nii nag si kawam ñeex ko ba mu saf ñeex bi nga mun a safal soo peree delloowaat ko nag pour mun koo jox mu am couleur bu absolument formidable, superb. Look at this. Right guys, you can see I've got some spring onions here and bell peppers. This is for my gravy. So I love to cook my gravy with the broth from the lamb. So I'm just gonna put it here, and whilst I'm just gonna put the lamb inside, I want everything to drizzle in that nice juice and make it more spicy. Muy sun walum sauce bi bo buggee toga sauce ma dal jël sun jaba jambo yi, my favorite one of course. Di leen si oo nag di si oo nag suma mbokki YouTuber si di leen jaajëfal saa su ne di leen ñaanalit ñuy dugga si at bu ees bi ak feem yu bees yi. Look at how beautiful this is. You can literally eat this on its own. Guys, I just shut it down in the kitchen again like we always do, sharing all these lovely ideas. Just go to the description box as I will be listing all the ingredients there. Some people say it disturbs them as I put it on the screen, so I'll be putting it in the description box if you want to see the nokoss recipe as well, how I made the nokoss recipe. I'll put all the ingredients there and you can have a look. Ana shamat sama shamat nama naa la ba nama ni ma la namee shamat yaa ngi si biir at bu ees bi nañ si duggee fem Fatima Khan ana Jamila Sow munuma fàtte Sagar Touré di oo nag ñëpp ñi nga xam ne dooleel leen Barrifemmes sama man sa queen munuma ko fàtte sama This is also Kay Diouf, Kumba Koka, Anna Maria Chantal, Yin Sibir. So that's the final results, guys. You can see it has a beautiful color. It's not too dry, but at the same time, it's crispy, nice, and well cooked. This is absolutely beautiful. That's my table. Okay, ma yóbbu leen sànni leen si sama feem rek def table noonu ñu yokk ideas yi ndax lépp jàppalante la. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and share.